Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Winnett. I'm joined now by Lisa Zarkin and Taylor Cosgrove of All Life Animal Rescue. So welcome.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you here. This is the first time you've been with us. So we're going to start with you, Taylor, and talk a little bit about how long you've been rescuing animals.
Yeah, so I've been rescuing animals since I was probably 16, at least on my own. I had volunteered before at other animal shelters and had experience that way. But at 16, I started my first organization, Taste Strays, and then after some time, we actually started All Life Animal Rescue together. And, you know, ever since then, it's just been rescuing dogs and doing all that.
Specific animals? Only?
Dogs, cats, pretty much anything. If people want to surrender small animals, we also take them, like bunnies and rats and things like that. We get a whole variety.
Okay, all right. Everything from big to little.
Yep.
Okay. So, Lisa, what inspired you to start the charity?
So I've always had this dream that I could have a farm where I would rescue animals and have them be free range, not in cages, that we would vet them and get them ready to be adopted to good homes, to forever homes. And so about 2 years ago, I thought of Taylor and got inspired to start All Life Animal Rescue with her. She's the brains of the rescue and how taking care of the animals work, and I do mainly the finance business part of it and the fundraising. And our goal is to have a facility to do that.
Okay. So talk a little bit about the services that you're offering now.
Yeah, so now we are taking in animals as either owner surrenders or from other shelters, depending on what the need is. We take them in, get them vetted, and then they are adopted out into new homes, ultimately. We also do a little bit of community outreach, so people, you know, that are in need of services like TNR, you know, with feral cats, things like that. Those are all done as well. We try to hook up owners in need to low-cost services and things like that.
Okay. Now, Taylor, I know you're still in college and soon to graduate from U of I. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Talk a little bit about your major and kind of what you're hoping to do as you graduate.
Yeah, I'm an animal science major. Started out pre-vet, kind of companion animal now, concentration, and I do plan on going to vet school. I have a couple of loose ends to tie up with that, and then we'll be hopefully applying and getting in. Not this fall, but the following.
Okay. Now, have you always been involved with animals?
I
You
have.
sound like the kind of person that maybe has.
Yeah, I have since I've been young, and then it's just kind of progressed into finding out about the animal sheltering situation and the need for that, and then, you know, has grown into the rescue, and now, you know, a possibility of a career as, you know, a veterinarian, maybe as a shelter, you know, medicine concentration.
Okay. Now, Lisa, what's been your greatest accomplishment so far? And obviously you have a nice working relationship together. What's been your greatest accomplishment?
Yeah, so helping Taylor to fundraise and be able to rescue more animals. I'd say our first year we rescued about 50
right
animals,
Okay.
dogs and cats, and had them placed into homes. The first year I had an auction and raised about $10,000 for my first event. So
nice.
That was fun.
Well done.
And then just recently we had the DuPage Human Race that we participated in and raised about $5,000 for that. And so just the fundraising and awareness has been my greatest accomplishment, I would say. And just being together with Taylor.
Now, has that been something you have done for a long time, or is this kind of a new challenge for you as well?
This is a new challenge. I'd say in the last 2 years, I've really been into fundraising. I've done other fundraising things like the breast cancer, and I'm on the board of Giving DuPage, so things like that. But this is our own charity together, and it's been really rewarding.
That's great. And you're having some good early success.
Yes.
That's terrific. So, Taylor, as you think about the animals, what's your favorite part about rescuing them?
So it's really nice to see the transformation from when we first get an animal, whether it be from a shelter or an owner or things like that, and getting them through the process, getting them healthy, you know, whatever they need, getting them, you know, socialized, things like that, and then getting them to new owners. And it's really nice to see and follow up with owners. We tend to stay in touch with most of our adopters. I've stayed in touch with a lot of them, and it's really nice to get pictures and updates and things on how you've made a difference, and, you know, getting a dog from where, you know, it was potentially, you know, on a euthanasia list or, you know, homeless, and it's now in a home and doing really well.
That's wonderful. Do you remember the first animal you rescued?
You know, I've had so many. The first one with this organization, actually, I do keep in touch with him. Actually, a doctor at the animal hospital I work for actually adopted him. So
nice,
yes.
Nice. Talk a little bit, Lisa, about your long-term goals. You mentioned a little bit about a facility, but what are kind of your long-term goals and how are you setting those out?
Yeah, so the long-term goals would be to ultimately have a facility, hopefully something like a farm, like I've always thought of, dreamed of. So to have a facility and to be able to take on more animals and rescue them and have them adopted out to forever homes. Short term, I would say more of just getting a vehicle to rescue the animals, and so we're working on that right now. Actually, we've raised enough through the race to purchase a vehicle, or hopefully get some kind of donation of a vehicle to rescue more animals that way.
Okay, so then you'd custom fit it, or how would that work?
Probably outfit it with cages, things like that, or at least make it, where you can transport. And that's kind of one of the more important things, as well as, like she said, with a facility. Right now it's kind of hard when you're foster based. A lot of people are apprehensive about taking animals with maybe an unknown history into their homes. So if we had a facility to keep them, at least until we, were able to go through the motions and know what their almost likes and dislikes were, and what their needs were as an animal, how to match them up with a good foster or adopter.
Okay. Now, how can the viewers get involved with All Life?
They can go on our website, and they can donate.
Okay.
So donations, we take items as well as monetary donations. They can volunteer, things like that. Anything else?
Yeah, and really just we always need people that'll either foster, transport, anything like that. I mean, anything helps. Even spreading awareness. We do a lot of the spay-neuter awareness, just everything in general that has to do with animal sheltering, and to come to a rescue and see if you can find your best friend there. So
okay, adopt.
Yes.
Adopt for sure.
And,
foster
spay
and adopt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming by and sharing it, and I wish you a very happy graduation.
Yeah, thank you.
And all the best to you and to the organization.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
If you would like to find out more about All Life Animal Rescue, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break for a few short messages, but stay tuned. We're coming right back.